Dear children, humility is a very great virtue. Of course, the three greatest virtues are the ones we call theological virtues, because they are directly about our relationship with God: faith, hope, and charity. But humility is like the foundation, the starting point on which the life of our soul is built. To be humble means recognizing that we're God's creatures and that our life belongs to Him. But in our daily lives, how can we actually practice humility? That's what Jesus teaches us in today's gospel. First, He gives us the example of a great banquet where the guests are trying to sit in the best places. That seems logical. First come, first served. But Christ teaches us to act differently. Since everyone wants the best seats, I can make an act of kindness and humility by letting others have them, and instead sitting to the side. If the dinner begins and others have taken those places, then good for them. I can be glad that I made them happy. But if the host later tells me to move up to a better place, then I'll be joyful to be placed higher than before. In both cases, I'm happy, either for the others or for myself. This example works in every part of life. If you go into the kitchen with your little brother and see that there are 2 pieces of cake left, and one piece is bigger than the other, let your brother have the bigger piece. He'll be so glad to get it. It won't make a huge difference to you, but you will have thought of your brother before yourself. That's humility too. In fact, humility means not trying to show off or to make others notice the good things we do. If I help a friend at school with a hard exercise because I understood it and they didn't, then I go tell everyone about it, that isn't kind. Keeping it to myself would be respectful toward my friend, but telling everyone would be like saying, "They're not smart and I'm better." The second example Jesus gives is also about a dinner, but this time I'm the one inviting. Naturally, we want to invite our friends, our family, the people we like the most, and that's normal. But if I only ever do that, I'll never make new friends. Think of birthdays at school. When a child has a party, they usually invite only their closest friends. But maybe in the class, there's a child who has no friends, who never gets invited. Imagine how happy that child would be to be invited just once. And maybe by playing together, you could even become real friends. And even if not, at least you made someone happy. In all of Jesus' examples, what matters is to look first for the happiness of the other person. And we all know there's more joy in giving than in receiving. When you give a gift to someone and see the smile on their face, you're even happier than if you received the gift yourself. There is another side of humility we have to mention. Thinking we're more beautiful, taller, or smarter than others. We never fully know the people around us. We usually don't know why they do things, or what's going on in their hearts, and often we only see them in certain situations. For example, suppose I take a tennis class on Saturday mornings, and someone in my group is really bad at tennis, a complete beginner. I might be tempted to compare myself to them, or to challenge them to a match because I know I'll win. But I don't know if they have other qualities, if they might be excellent in another sport. Maybe if we play soccer or chess, they'll be better than me. Dear children, treasure this great virtue of humility. All the saints in the history of the church have said the same thing. Without humility, it's impossible to please God. So pray to Him that He may help this beautiful virtue grow in your heart. Amen.